This project, which I'm here in Des Moines for now, is started at the United Nations earlier this month and was actually originally designed to be something that I would sort of infiltrate the Macy's Day Parade with. And when I started scouting the Macy's Day Parade 2 winters ago to see if I could actually make this happen, it became abundantly clear to me that that might not be possible, and I could very well get shot and/or like attack dogs sent on me, because the security at that parade is unlike anything that I've ever seen in my life. I wanted to reconceptualize how to make this, inflatable, something that could be impactful. It started at the United Nations by doing a die-in with the drone at the UN at the beginning of the first committee meetings on disarmament. Beyond the main part, as the candidates roll up, I want to be able to try to pop up questions.
There's so much security right now. They got lots of security there for the NAACP forum tomorrow. So, this thing tonight at Wells Fargo, there'll be a lot of security there just because.
Trying to raise awareness within the United Nations and the disarmament community about the harm that drones cause and the harm that autonomous weapons will eventually cause. The drone to me is also not just a symbol for its direct actions in the Middle East, but also a symbol for the technology that it's going to create. It's on the forefront of a movement in robotic warfare that is becoming ever more real every day. We have facial recognition, we have retinal recognition, small quadrotor drones like the ones that DJI makes, research institutes like University of Pennsylvania and Duke and Carnegie Mellon, as well as others in Europe. I mean, they've gotten very advanced at creating swarming technology that the drones can communicate with each other. They know their distance. They can travel like in a large formation. Then when they reach a wall with a small hole in the wall, they can reconfigure, fly through the hole, go back to their original formation. All you need to do is arm these and give them facial recognition software and allow them to trace and track and detect and target their own victims, and we're living in a brave new world. What I want to create is a conversation not only about drones, but of the future of warfare and how dangerous that world can be for many people. We're in Des Moines right now, where there's a drone command center. These pilots are often flying drones that are flying around Afghanistan and Pakistan and Yemen and Somalia, probably participating in targeting enemy combatants, and I'm sure there's a fairly large number of innocent civilians killed in those strikes. I will be confronting each candidate as I'm able to. Questions about their position on drone warfare.
How are you, sir? Very nice to meet you. Veteran of war. I wanted to ask you if you could give me an idea of your stance on extrajudicial killings.
I mean, this is essentially assassination based on pretty standing UN regulation and Geneva Conventions. Many of these are war crimes. Get them on the record what their position is on this form of warfare.
Hundreds of drones by the CIA.
I am not a fan of extrajudicial killings.
Are you going to work to stop that? How about the AUMF?
I'm going to repeal the AUMF. It's not what the Constitution says.
I agree. Thank you very much, Mr. Yang.
Thank you for your service, brother. Appreciate you.
Ultimately, what I would like to see is a more robust discourse in both society and in politics about the ethical nature of this form of warfare. There's a great movement right now in the United Nations for a multilateral preemptive ban on autonomous weapons. I would love to see the United States perhaps not be a signatory to a treaty, but at least not get in the way of the rest of the world signing on to something like that. And if the rest of the world signs on to it, the United States is more apt to at least participate. Obviously not perfect, but a step.
I just want to make sure that all the candidates are giving their stance and on drone warfare, extrajudicial killings. Sure. And I know Yang is on board, so I just want to make sure
So how many Iowans do we need to get in order to finish in the top tier here in the state?
I would love to see the United States and the other major world powers recognize the immorality of the way they're conducting drone strikes and reconsider it as a form of warfare. Once autonomous weapons become sort of a reality, when autonomous flight and targeting and technology and strike technology is ready for prime time, if you will, drones will be autonomous. There will have to be a regulation then that curtails the way we use drones if there is a multilateral ban on autonomous weapons. So I think what's the movement that's taking place at the United Nations is trying to use sort of a backdoor to curtail drone strikes. And I think it might be a wise way to make that shift, that change.